And Brandon, this is quite a blow for the prosecutor.
It is, and we'll know after next Thursday whether there will be another chapter in this courtroom drama, because they're having a pre-trial to decide whether to pursue those deadlock charges. Michael Jackson-Bolanos and his attorney, they remain optimistic. And a little more than an hour ago, we reached out to a legal expert and we asked who would benefit more in a retrial, the defense or the prosecution?
Frustrated. We feel that the jury should have came back with a not guilty on the felony murder and also the home invasion first degree.
Michael Jackson-Bolanos' attorney, Brian Brown, called the jury's partial verdict a head-scratcher in the Samantha Woll murder case. Woll was a prominent synagogue leader in Detroit. Jackson-Bolanos says last October he discovered Woll's body outside her home, but he did not kill her. The jury found Bolanos not guilty of premeditated murder, but guilty of lying to police and deadlocked on felony murder and home invasion. Now, prosecutors will decide if they want a retrial. We spoke to attorney Todd Perkins, who is not associated with this case, about the prosecution's chances. A retrial benefit the defense or the prosecution?
Well, it could go either way. I mean, both sides know what each side is going to do. I tend to think that a retrial benefits the defense more than it does the prosecution, because you get a chance to see all of the tricks, all of the testimony, and all of the witnesses that you might not have testified or might not have testified at the exam.
Hopefully not. Hopefully they see the weaknesses in their case and see that, my guy is innocent, and there's no point of going through this all again.
And keep in mind, with a retrial, there's going to be a new jury, so all new men and women that the defense and prosecutors will have to lay out their case to. There also may be different witnesses that were called to the stand that weren't called to the stand in this trial. A little more than an hour ago, Detroit police released a statement on the verdict, which said that their hearts go out to the friends and family of Samantha Woll. This is not the outcome that they wanted for them, but they believe in the investigators and the prosecutors and their work. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Brandon, have you been able to speak to any of the jurors in this case? Do you know by chance what they were stuck on, preventing any sort of verdict? And what about the suspect? Where is he and when is he going to be released?
So Brian Brown has not given an update on when the suspect will be let out. As far as the jurors go, none of them wanted to speak on camera. They kind of bolted out of here as soon as they saw our cameras packing up after we spoke with Brian Brown. So they just did not want to face any questions about the decisions that were made in this trial. Reporting live in downtown Detroit, I'm Brandon Hudson, Fox 2 News.
Likely, I'm sure the attorneys for the prosecutor's office would like to know so they can maybe change something moving forward, because obviously something held someone back on making that decision.
Yeah, and Taryn, I will say this, when we're talking about a retrial here, they're only going to be looking at those two charges that were deadlocked. So we're talking felony murder and home invasion. Todd Perkins did say that the way the verdict was set up, that the prosecution may have a bit of an advantage, because they're trying to, figure the case so that it goes after those two charges specifically. But again, we'll see what happens next Thursday.
All right. Thank you for the update, Brandon. Now let's take a look, though, back at how we got here today. Samantha Woll was found stabbed outside her home on October 21st, 2023. A couple of months later, police charged Michael Jackson-Bolanos with multiple crimes, including felony murder. His trial didn't start until last month. A little over 4 weeks later, a jury finds Jackson-Bolanos guilty of lying to police and not guilty of premeditated murder, while being deadlocked on the first-degree murder and home invasion charges.